Hey, what's up everyone? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're going to be looking at the SDCC exclusive Thunderbolts Marvel Legends 5-pack Crossbones figure. This is basically just a repaint of the original Crossbones figure with a giant gun that came from the G.I. Joe, I think Sigma line. They modified it just a little bit for Crossbones and then stuck it in the packaging. I guess it's a cool figure if you're really looking for Crossbones and don't want to pay what the old one normally goes for, or at least normally used to go for. Then this is a good way to get him. Otherwise, I'd say just stick with the old one because it's a little bit better, I think. But it's the same mold, so it stands, excuse me, it stands just about 7¼ inches tall. And the problem with that is he can't stand at all if he's holding the gun because it just weighs him down. So that's kind of no good. Can't really use an accessory if it's not going to let the figure stand up. So let's just take the gun out of here. I'll show you the gun real quick. It has a little wind-up feature right here. And then how you use that is you pull on this back here and it makes the barrels spin. Ooh, pretty cool, I guess, if you really want that. Probably just makes it heavier than it needs to be, and you can't really use it unless you're going to be playing with the figure. And since this is a $100 5-pack or more, it's probably not for people that are actually going to be playing with their figure, so I don't know how useful that really is. This looks like it's articulated, but it's really not. It's just the handle. This does come off, but it doesn't really serve a purpose. I'm not sure why that comes off, but it does. Just put that back on. The handle is adjustable, so that can help you in posing if you want, but it doesn't really help that much since it's too heavy. And then the ammo thing, the ammo belt, this part opens up right here, and I'm not really sure why. I think it might just be a leftover feature of the G.I. Joe one. You can take this out, which is alright, so that looks okay, and it says danger, ammo feed. And this just snaps in using that little square hole in there. That just tabs in right there, if I can do it. And then this part, I don't know, I guess that's another thing left over from G.I. Joe because it doesn't really serve a purpose, and it came in the package going right back into where it comes out, which doesn't really make sense, but it's too long. I mean, it's not too long, it doesn't really matter how long it is, but it's really long. If you don't put it back in, I mean, that's like 8 inches right there. So I don't know, and it doesn't really go up here anywhere, it can't really go anywhere else, so it's just kind of not thought out very well, I don't think. As far as paint goes, all we have is where it says danger and then the red there. There's some speckling in the plastic on this part, a little bit of red there, and just a little bit of black shading on the front. That's it for paint. There's no paint on the ammo belt at all, even though it's pretty well detailed sculpt. There's really not that much paint on the gun itself, so it's kind of just a big hunk of plastic. Not really as cool as it could have been. As for Crossbones himself, there's not a whole lot of paint here either. He's got the painted face, obviously, but you can see down this middle part, I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but it's a lot heavier paint job than it is around the eyes. So the white around the eyes isn't the same color as it is down the middle. That being said, it still looks pretty good. The black parts are done fairly well. The Thunderbolts logo is done pretty well as well. I said well twice there. The belt, or I mean the Crossbones, looks okay, but nothing special. And then the belt is kind of just cheap looking. Same thing with the knife. There's no shading on the vest this time around, no shading on the pants, no shading on the skin, no shading anywhere. So pretty bland. He does have white painted on for sleeves, and he has the buckles painted on these straps, which I believe these straps are left over from Warpath. I don't think he actually had these on the original release, but I could just be remembering incorrectly. So either way, I mean, there's nothing really new going on here other than paint work, and it's not too impressive. So it's a cool figure, it's good enough, but I would not recommend buying the 5-pack just for this figure because, I mean, he's not really impressive. He's just another iteration of Crossbones that's just satisfactory. There's almost no paint on him. Sculpt is still okay, but nothing special. So again, it's passable, but that's about it. So there it is, guys. There's Crossbones. Stay tuned for the rest of the Thunderbolt 5-pack figure reviews, and in the meantime, keep collecting.